Anita.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anita Krajnc. I'm a Toronto resident in Ward 10. I am a global campaign coordinator for the Plant-Based Treaty, a city and global initiative which advocates for an equitable plant-based food system so that we can live within our planetary boundaries. Toronto has one of the most ambitious net zero strategies in North America, with a strategy to reduce community-wide greenhouse gas emissions in the city to net zero by 2040, a whole decade earlier than most cities. By shifting to a plant-based food system, the City of Toronto would deliver cost savings, health benefits, and help us deliver on our climate commitments. Cities around the world are already experiencing cost-saving benefits of implementing plant-based policies. The Plant-Based Treaty fully supports the Toronto Climate Action Network, Toronto Environmental Alliance, and other environmental groups which support an increase in the property tax to help fund TTC, public transit, improve energy efficiency, and also vital social programs. The Plant-Based Treaty's call to action includes switching to a plant-based food system to address the climate crisis, health crisis, and cost of living and budget crises. The Plant-Based Treaty was formed in 2021 as a global campaign, and it has 3 R tenets: relinquish, redirect, restore the global food system. The treaty aims to stop the widespread degradation of critical ecosystems. We have 5 programs. The first program is collecting endorsements from individuals, groups, businesses, and cities. We've collected over 140,000 endorsements, including from a Beatle, Sir Paul McCartney, and 6 Nobel laureates, and almost 1,000 counselors around the world. 3,000 groups and businesses, and 25 cities, including LA, Amsterdam, and Los Angeles. A second program is our city campaign program, where we try to have meaningful motions introduced. A third is menu changes in institutions like universities, hospitals, senior homes, early childhood education centers, and so forth. A fourth program is global climate talks. We have observer status and have attended the global climate talks and produced this report, which I gave to the clerk. It's called Safe and Just, and it's based on Oxford economist Kate Raworth's on donut economics, and we did a framework which is a vegan donut economics approach to addressing the planetary boundaries. A fifth programs include webinars. We did a webinar on Veganuary, asking universities to try vegan in January, and I would invite all the counselors to try vegan in January. I grew up in Toronto. I did my 3 degrees at the University of Toronto. After my master's, I took a year off and worked at Environment Canada's Climate Change Centre, and then for legislative assistant, Honourable Charles Katcha. When I was there, I saw the front pages about the Clackwood Sound, and I joined the protest there and met blockade leader Sephora Berman. She is now the chair of the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty, and I called her a few years ago and I said, how do we put meat, dairy, and eggs and the destruction that they cause on the global agenda? And she showed us the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation, which the City of Toronto endorsed in 2019, and that's how we came up with the Plant-Based Treaty. So the Plant-Based Treaty has playbooks that would be useful to the City of Toronto because it has jurisdiction over care homes, shelters, and some daycares. We have playbooks which include the best practices for food in those areas. The transition to a quality, made-from-scratch meals has not only been cost neutral, but often cost negative, and has increased satisfaction and revenue from meal sales. As the price of animal-based foods are expected to rise, plant-based menus will become increasingly cost-effective. The World Food Program reports that for every $1 invested in efficient school feeding programs, there can be up to $9 in returns, benefiting education, health, social protection, and local agriculture. For example, the Guelph Child Care and Learning Centre has been a pioneer in Ontario as the first early childhood education centre to adopt a fully plant-based menu. The plant-based menu aligns with the revised 2019 Canada Food Guide and meets children's nutritional needs while reporting a 65% monthly reduction in its carbon footprint and lower food costs. Edinburgh endorsed the treaty, and it's introduced carbon labeling at the University of Edinburgh, and it notes in its action plan, which was passed this January, that Oxford University research published in Lancet Planetary Health has revealed that in countries like the UK, adopting a vegan, vegetarian, or flexitarian diet would slash food bills by up to 1/3. So I invite the councillors to endorse the treaty and to introduce a meaningful motion in council. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions for the deputy? Seeing none, thank you so much, Anita. Okay. Stephen Mensa is next, but I don't see him.